Hey everyone, it's Mike from Replica Airguns. Another shipping container update. So yesterday had kind of an eventful day. Stuff that you're not actually seeing though is like all of the getting stuff, like just acquiring what I need takes so much time, figuring out what I want, figuring out how much wood I need, you know, getting the hardwood floor. My father-in-law has this old shed or this old barn where I have to go and look for stuff that I might be able to use. So actually one thing, so those grates for the window was one thing. Yesterday I spent a whole bunch of time moving all the styrofoam over. So the styrofoam is going to actually go in the it's going to go in the office area for insulation, part of the insulation. So hopefully I can do most of it with that. You know, I had to go through my tools and get all my tools and bring them in, right? So that all had to come, and Home Depot and getting boxes and all kinds of stuff, sealant and you name it. I mean, just tons of stuff. All my tools had to come over. I have some wiring, so hopefully that's enough. Bought that at Home Depot, some outside lights, tools and things, workbenches. I needed some more insulation for some weird, hard to get into areas. Had to go to IKEA and pick up a bunch of shelving and desk stuff, so that's all going to be put in there once the framing and drywall and everything's done in there. So yesterday I managed to put the door in, and I'll kind of explain it. That little middle section is going to be the shooting hole, as I like to call it. So circuit box, you know, there's so much stuff you got to do and put in, right? And think about, and where's it going to go? How am I going to do this? My door went in. This is the door to the shooting range. That's the opening where I will be popping my head through. So I framed basically the front wall and the back wall, right? So that's where I'll be shooting through. So I'll be shooting through this hole. Oops, I just stood on my lap. I'll be shooting through this hole. It's going to have like a drop down shelf. So the shelf will actually come up and close. It'll fold up and close. And I'll have some insulation and stuff in there to keep things warm when I'm not shooting. And then it'll pop down and be my shooting shelf. So I'll be shooting from the office into the shooting container range. So I also had to frame this other wall in. It was a little bit tricky because, if you can see it, but there's these little square bits on the end, right? So I couldn't just frame straight across. I had to frame them in. So essentially what's going to happen is it's going to be like this, because the drywall has to go on, has to be able to connect on every edge, right? So you're going to have mountable spots in the corners and everywhere. I haven't actually put this board in. This board isn't in yet because I'm going to put insulation in behind it. But that wall's framed. And so the next wall that I'm going to start working on right now is the window wall. So I got to figure out how I'm going to get that window in there and all that kind of jazz. So that'll be fun. All right, so much to do, so much to figure out, so much to buy and go and get, and lots of trips here, there, everywhere. It's just so much time doing that. I mean, I've got a lot of my supplies now. Not everything, but I got a lot of stuff now. Eventually I'm going to have to get drywall. Gonna have to tape, mud, all that kind of stuff, paint, you name it, baseboards. Takes a lot of time. All right, so this will probably be its own update, and then maybe once I get the other two walls, then I'll do another update.